Welcome everyone to a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, this may seem like it may look like a game that strays away from my content, but I've heard that this game is actually very scary and it's also listed under the horror section on itch.io. So, I looked it up. It has 4 to 6 hours of playtime. So this is going to be a series. It looks fun, I guess. Let's just go. Enter my name. Russia. Stay hydrated, folks. Oh. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk unless I already catch up to me. I overslept again. God damn. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were going to thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, for sure. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. How is this supposed to be scary? By the way, also, why is there a hole in the middle of the road? By the way, Crusher, have you decided to join a club yet? A club join yet? I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free times on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. So we're in high school. Good. Hold on. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me to try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. This is the background for the thumbnail. Wait, no, it's a different angle. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Yeah, except there's no children in here. There's nothing written on the papers. And there's a sponge. A chalkboard. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Great. Hello? Sayori? Sorry, I must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Yeah, it looks like it. Thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Dude, how much reading is this? Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me, if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know? Know what? Well, I bet you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meeting. Should I do voices? Sayori is the vice president of my... Okay, not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Sayori is that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. I'm not doing that. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. What? Dude, there's no music. This is so eerie. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings over the classroom door. Here's the one I use for the background. Is there just one chair in the closet? Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Sorry, what? Welcome to the Literature Club. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always said nice things about you. I already hate this girl. Way to kill the atmosphere. That's a perfect voice for her. Okay. One or two. One. Wait, which one's... One or two? We'll choose later. Ah, Crusher, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Okay, that's just creepy. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. 2.5 incredibly cute girls. And then this one. What are you looking at? If you want to see something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Yeah. Makes sense. Type of girl to bark at you. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear. Oh, sorry. Then turns back to the other girl. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. That one? I mean, yeah, so, yeah, it's gotta be that one. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Okay then. It's great to see you again, Crusher. What the hell? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little you too, Monica. Come sit down, Crusher. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Oh, sorry. I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Is this just going to be reading simulator? As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica, one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. What the hell? Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil tray off to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sawyer grabs the one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Oh, made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you know. Dummy. Dude, I'm done with this roleplay crap, bro. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that it was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It's reading. It's not fun. Or worthwhile. Well, it's sometimes worthwhile, but not fun. Sometimes it's, whatever. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Crusher, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Sad smile? What am I doing? Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, completely passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Let's take a trip. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. What a coincidence! I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. Horror books aren't scary to me, like at all. It's literally words on a page. Oh my god! Like, bro, what? At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another word, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. I hate you, Natsuki. So please, do us all a favor. Shut up. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. They're bullying, bro. What in God's name is happening? This is a horror game.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. How do I say that? Like, bro. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay.
What is that pose? Like, bro, dude, what? I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and straighten the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Crusher? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I was joining this club. Watch this. Oh, their faces didn't change. So Yuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. Now their faces change. Dude, Monika is so creepy. I lose my train of thought. Also, I just realized, she's the only one facing towards me. All the others are like off to the side like this or something. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Crusher. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. No, you're not. Uppercut. Elbow to the side. Left hook. Not defenseless. How am I supposed to make a clear-handed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. That was all at once. That was definitely not one by one. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment.
If you really did just come from the pub dates, I'd be super pissed.
Dude, stop with that pose. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. That was not a meeting. Everyone remembers today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over to me once more. Crusher, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel like the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Crusher, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. So Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
That was quick. Which one's my house? This one. Or this one. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll leave the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Yuri. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, I have to actually do this? Pain, melancholy. Damn it. Damn it. Let's go. Adventure. No. What does this mean? I don't even know what that means, but yeah, okay. Destiny. Let's go. Horror. Socks? Existence, hurt, and determination. Starscape. Oh my god. Blanket, defeat, cage, ambient. Dude, who is like depressed? I don't know. Cage. Uncanny? Suicide? Hold on. Okay. Suicide, misery, uncanny. What if I press suicide? No. What if I press... No. What's her name? Yuri would not like suicide. None of these girls will like suicide. Maybe Yuri is the one who likes suicide. Oh, it is! Oh my god. Hopeless... Cheeks? Okay, hopeless, tragedy, like, bro, what? Explode, disaster, inferno, fantasy. What? Unending, rain cloud, embrace, scars. Someone's like hurting, bro. Tears, disown, cry, graveyard, incongruent, no. Universe. Unstable. Unrestrained. Hi again, Crusher. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Crusher. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Oh, sorry.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sorry you told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan just to come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Do not. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature.
Sensing defeated, Natsuki plops her back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Oh,
Crusher always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking me, cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Crusher can become good friends too? I hope so too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh. Okay. You're even brought you something today, you know? Bro, look at her face. Wait, Sayori. Huh? Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Bro, I'm done with this. This is so cringy. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is any pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, don't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is going swimmingly. This is going swimmingly? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I know, bro. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not even reading that much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Good. But at the same time, I would feel bad from distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, it seems like she's on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing her. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Bro. I wanted to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. Dude, why do I talk? There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who have escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships in her life and starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles, all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Crusher? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into this kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting that one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Have you? Have you lost interest? Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. Right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you say you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I seem to understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. It's a very good thing, actually. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Dude, this is actually so cringy. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh my god. Calm down. Yuri takes her left arm, and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page. Yuri slides it under her thumb after it. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Oh, that's weird. What the? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asked me if I'm ready to turn the page. Said I just assumed that she finished the page before me. So I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. Yes. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's a little more blunt than you in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I could see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Crusher, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it as kind of cute. Alright, calm down. Stop it. It's an anime game. Alright. What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. Oh, I didn't read that. That's good reason. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf paper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica writes hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first?